Okay, take a second and read through multiplying decimal numbers, and then after that you want to underline what you think is the most important part. Just underline because we're going to highlight together. Alright, so when you're reading these, for math especially, you want to look at the how-to, right? So there's going to be a lot of definitions, a lot of explanations, but you want to look how to, in this case, how to multiply decimal numbers, right? And what they say is one way to place the decimal point correctly in the product is to count the decimal places in each of the factors. So it's to count the decimal places in each of the factors. And when you're looking at factors, we're looking at things that you multiply together, right? So then it says, count that many places to the left from the farthest right digit in the product, right? So this part right here just means that you're going from right to left, right? Count the decimal places in the numbers that you're multiplying, and then put that in at the end of your answer, right? So in the first example right here, there's 1 decimal place here, there's 2 decimal places here. So in your answer, there needs to be 3 from right to left, right? In the second example, 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places times 2 decimal places right here. So in the end, there needs to be 6, right? So these two right here, you're adding together, right? And again, from right to left. So let's write our study steps, right? So kind of similar, right? Step 1, count the decimal places in each number. Right? Pause the video if you need to copy it down. Step 2, count that many places in your answer, right? So going from right to left, you're counting that number of places. And then again, pause the video if you need to copy. Example 1, right? So let's pick some numbers. If I had 0.562, 562 thousandths times 1 and 2 tenths, right? So looking at that, right? Let's line this up. I like to put the one with more digits on top because I don't need to line up my decimals for this one, only for adding and subtracting you do, right? And just make this a little bit easier. Take a second, solve this, and then check your answer at the end. All right, so looking at this one, 2 times 2 right here, this is going to be 4. 2 times 6 is 12. I need to carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, and I need to add this 1 on top, so that's going to make it 11. Moving over to the second digit, so now I'm multiplying, and I need to have my place value right here. 1 times 2 is 2. Okay. 1 times 6 is 6, and 1 times 5 is 5. Right? So same way that we multiply. I'm going to add all the numbers together. So 4 plus 0 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, 1 plus 6 is 7, and 1 plus 5 is 6. And here's the most important part, right? You count the decimal places. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 right there. There's 1 more right there. So that means I need to go back 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. When you look at this, you want to look at, does your answer make sense, right? So I have this number, 562 thousandths times 1 and 2 tenths, right? So that means that I'm going to have 562 thousandths, right? That's my 1. And then just a little bit more from the 2 tenths, right? So you're not doubling it because it's not times 2. And just kind of keeping that in mind when you find your answer to see if it makes sense when you do your decimal places. So say I were to have the answer 6.744, 6 and 744 thousandths, right? That is more than like 10 times that amount, right? So we want to make sure that our answer makes sense. And with decimal places, the awesome thing is that you're multiplying, but then you can kind of figure out where the decimal place is going to go, right? And then you want to evaluate, does your answer make sense at the end, okay?